What's up, y'all? So today is going to be a crazy talk day. So had to had to think about what I was gonna say before I said it. So yeah, if you do not adhere to crazy talk, I would say take the blue pill and click off now. But if you want to listen, take that red pill, sit back and relax. So first thing I want to do is start off by saying that the Most High is duality. So you can pay all respects to the Father, but never forget the Mother. It's both father and mother. Secondly, it seems to be a massive space battle going on in space at the moment. And the fact that our government's being real quiet about it, and don't take my word for it. Listen to these amateur astronomers' YouTube pages. And, I mean, they pretty much are looking at the sky and they're seeing things, streaks going past the sun. And, our government pretty much has been like cutting off a lot of that data. They just, hours of data just gone. No one knows where that data is going. So, or I mean, it seems to just be either they're cutting it off for hours or they're just taking it down. And either way, they're being real super sketch. And so you don't have to take my word on it. You can really look that stuff up. But I digress. And I'm reading from the script today because I have to. Just a lot to talk about. So for the seven seers, there are certain contracts that have been signed long time ago. 1600s was a lot of paperwork was being signed. So let's just go on a limb and say that you need to go back and check a lot of those paperwork, look at a lot of these dates, listen to a lot of your record keepers, and get to a firm understanding that you are going to have to be honest soon, like real honest. Because at this point, we're progressing forward, whether you want to or not. We are progressing forward, literally. And so, yeah, we all know well, for those who do know, you know who I'm talking to directly. Let's make this an easy transition, shall we? But it's not. It's not gonna be. It's not written to be unless you change it. That's up to y'all. That's y'all. Okay. You're living it. So, with that being said, there's a council of 24. You have the 144,000. You have the Holy Trinity. So, it's a full cast at this moment. Not everybody has arrived. But suffice to say, all of our fates, every last one of our fates and destinies are intertwined. We are all going to come face to face in one spot soon. So that's going to be something to see. But as I digress and move forward, yeah. So also I want to put out there are a lot of movies, and I mean one of the things that was in the contract is you have to put out your intentions, because really, in all honesty, you can't force someone. You have to let them choose. And really, most people have already chosen the fate, the lives that they want, because of how they, how the world has been shaped for them. But we have all been given tools to break free of that. We have all been given tools to realize who we are at this moment and move forward. And so really it comes down to the three options that we have been given at this moment. And the three options that we have is complete destruction. That's one of them. In which the planet it's going to revert back to a primordial state in which it's like a whole bunch of lava, which is pretty much us anyway. But or the body. It's the body, really. Where do you go when you die? Back to the earth. So honestly, we could either go that route. We can become enlightened on our own and then move forward with the story by that aspect, because really you can level up just by yourself, enlightenment on your own, because you know you're a part of the 144, or you know you're a light work, or you pretty much can transcend this. So and the third option is to enlighten the world. Everybody becomes enlightened. Everybody like we, the chosen, the light workers, are pushing this narrative to try to make this planet better. And really, in all honesty, at this moment, they have really done things, some immense damage to the planet that you don't know about as of yet, and they have not been very honest. Which soon they have no choice but to be honest, because you'll all know. But it would be no hiding it at that point. But really, in all honesty, you have to look at yourself. Look at yourself. Become better. Become better. In all honesty, if you don't listen to anything else, listen to just become better. Because if we continue to follow the 3D trend, which the 3D trend is to follow the emotional trends, we continue that route, we're just going to be eradicated. That's it, literally. We don't have much time. Like, if you were told you had 3 years, what would you do? Like, if you were told that you could change and fix things within that 3 years in which we could extend our lives, would you change, or would you go on the route of destruction, eternal damnation? Which one do you want? You decide. This is your fate, not mine. My fate has already been chosen. Okay, I've lived a very fulfilling, sad, happy, love-filled. I've lived all those lives. I'm enjoying myself. Okay, I know who I am. They forced me to the point where I woke up. Like, they literally forced me to wake up. And then you got people like being sacrificed to wake up certain people. It's like this. When I tell you I was not into the esoteric or esoteric, however you say it, I was not into that world. And now I'm just like, oh, it's a Tuesday. Yeah. Let's look at Jupiter. Let's look at Saturn. Like, this is some crazy times. But I'm gonna go ahead and digress. So with that out there, then you gotta look at. Well, it's not really a digression. It's going back to what I think a previous point I was going to make, and then I kind of got off on a tangent. But going back to that, if you seen some of these movies, like, I'm gonna give you a quote from a movie that I like. It's from the 80s, the glory days of scaring people. Dawn's Early Light. You're being conned on a scale unprecedented, and y'all are sitting up here just, oh, the food prices are going up. You know that, I mean, with that bill being signed, you know your future is already sealed, right? Where they got that money from? Who money is that? How you paying for that? Who you paying to get? Like, who you gonna rob to actually pay that off? Like, come on, people, think. Like, literally think. They can't save the economy. And honestly, this has all been boiling up for a long time. Everything is connected, and y'all never really connect dots. I mean, Jekyll Island really should be a something that everybody should know about at this point. They sold you out. Then they sold you out again in the 50s to someone you don't even know who they are. You have no idea what's going on beneath the surface and above you, do you? That's how much they keep you in this malaise. But, you know, it is what it is at this point. But there's some movies that really highlight what they have been doing. And a lot of people have already speculated this and said this stuff. And even with that, we still don't put two and two together. We just label crazy and just swept under the rug, right? So you got movies like They Live, Hellraiser, Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood. like the ending to that whole series, very eerie, very eerie. I wonder who's infiltrated your government. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I'm not. No, I'm not. I'm not actually kidding. But it is what it is. So I mean, it's all up in y'all face, but y'all really don't care. Y'all don't care. Y'all don't care. So we're gonna continue with the list. You got Highlander. Highlander was a good one. Star Wars, but even though they technology was heavily limited, the spirituality stuff was like kind of spot on. So I mean, you have stuff just hidden in plain sight, telling you what you should do. Then you got massive amounts of books out there that that tell you how to live your lives, and like old books too. But they don't get highlighted, or they're really expensive, and it's pointless at this point to buy it, because like, who has the money? Do you have the money? Are you still listening to them? They pretty much are gearing up for a collapse of the economy so they can push it over to a digital economy. That's how they do. The stock market crashed in 1929. They had to really make the Federal Reserve a thing. They had to push the Federal Reserve and push it onto you. So they had to collapse the old economies to instill that one. And now we're having to do it again. It's just a never-ending cycle, really. But honestly, we're on a course that is not like any other time period. So, yeah, we can't go about things as if it's the same as the old days, because the old days are gone. They're literally gone. They're gone. They're never coming back. You're never gonna see that again. And at this point, you have. Well, that's not true. It's not true. But you don't understand what I mean, so I'm gonna digress and move forward. Um, then you have the massive station. They have given you information on New Jerusalem. New Jerusalem is a thing, and I was really hesitant about speaking about New Jerusalem, but at this point, why hide it? Um, it's written about, uh, but you have to look at it outside of how he described it. He described it in a cube. You have a cube, a massive cube, right? And he was trying to describe something in his own understanding and his own rendering, because his understanding was conceptualized to his surroundings. You, you know, say for instance, like that's like a caveman trying to understand what a rocket is. So he's going to depict it in ways that he can. A rock with fire, and it went that way. It is conceptualized to his understanding, basically, and so his understanding of technology that is above him would be limited, really. So, with that being said, excuse me, a little burp. I'm human, still. Well, the body, 3D, um, I guess, human. New Jerusalem, Zion, Eden. I call it station. What is it? Where is it? What are you talking about, Mike? Where in? Look, all I will tell you is station is here. New Jerusalem never left. It's been in plain sight the whole time. You've seen it. I can assure you, you've seen it. If you've ever seen a particular planet, you've seen it. Now, I was really going to divulge where it is. I was really going to say more about it. But I mean, at this point, if like a lot of my stuff is hidden in like in these videos. Like I put imagery at the beginning and the end of everything I do. Like everything's a symbol. And y'all really need to wake up from this haze or malaise. Y'all really need to throw away the money. It's not real. It's fictitious. Y'all setting yourself up for failure. Your economy is going to collapse. Your world is changing. I mean, it's Maybe this message isn't for you. Maybe this message, like, this has become a rant. It's 16 minutes long. I'm going to have to edit this down. But really, that's how much information, like, I could go on. I have to simplify myself just to get you information. I have to literally limit how, like, because our understanding of the universe is so much more vast than we actually know, especially if you are a child of this time period, or a person living in this time period, because we have so many science fiction books, we have so many science fiction movies, we have all of that stuff in our face to be able to conceptualize what we have been told, be able to put in words what actually was seen. But then we say, oh, it's up to interpretation. How is it up to interpretation when all of that stuff is written about, but yet they separate it so much that oh, well, maybe that is that. But no, it's from a different area. That can't be that. It can't be. They can't be talking about the same thing. And then that's like Aether. I had to put this in there because I literally was thinking about this, and this is for the physics people. So, Aether, you say it's not real. Why? Because of one test? Oh, no, you had a couple tests. But yeah, really, honestly, you can't even quantify what any of that stuff is. So really, why would I listen to you? Michelson and Morley, but Michelson and Morley said they were morons. What else has Michelson and Morley done? Like, please tell me. Most of the inventors that we hold to a high standard stole their ideals. Let's not even get on Edison. Let's just be real. Let's stop lying. But this message is going on way too long. And most likely I'm going to have to do a live anyway, because it's just too much to talk about. So you can take it for what it is. You can believe me. You don't have to. I don't really care, because I have my place. I know my purpose, and I know where I'm supposed to be. Do you? I'll leave you with this. Our world is about to go through a lot of growing pains. And at this moment, you decide the fate of an entire planet. Over 8 billion people are in your hands. What are you going to do? How are you going to help? Because we don't have much time. The space opera is slowly dwindling down. It's dwindling down to its zenith. So we're all about to be thrust into a new world, whether we want to or not. For the light workers, keep doing your thing. For the chosen, stay on mission. And for those who know, let's get it.